All right, now we're taking a look, as I mentioned, at expressions. So our first one we've got here is 15x plus 27. And really, all we are doing is treating each of these two terms as being two terms that we're going to find the GCF of. So notice I've just made my box and I just start finding the GCF. I know that 15 and 27 are both divisible by 3. So I divide out by 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5, and it still has the x with it. And I'm still going to have my plus. And 27 divided by 3 is 9. Now I look at 5 and 9, and I have nothing left to factor out of those because they have nothing left in common. So then our answer gets written just slightly differently this time. We have our GCF of 3, but then we have the 5x plus 9 left over. So this entire thing is how we would factor what we would call a polynomial and factor that number out. We're going to get more into that coming up in the future when we get into quadratics, etc. up in Unit 5. But for right now, this is how we're going to do this. So let's try another example. Our next one is 20w squared minus 16w. So we're going to go ahead and create our box method. And I know that these are both divisible by 2. So we'll divide out a 2, leaving me with 10w squared and minus 8w. And then I see, well, they're still divisible by 2. So 10 divided by 2 is 5w squared, and 8 divided by 2 is 4, and then we still have the w. 5 and 4 are no longer divisible by anything together, but we still have a w in common, which leaves me with 5w and 4. So when I rewrite my answer, I need to take the 2 times 2 times w to get the number on the outside, which 2 times 2 is 4, times w is 4w. And then I still have my 5w minus 4 here on the bottom. That is also part of my answer. Let's take a look at a couple more examples. Our next one we've got is 10x squared plus 50x minus 25. So now we've got 3 terms. So it's nothing like anything other than the first couple examples. We're going to divide everything out, but it has to come out of all of them. So 10, 50, and 25 I know are all divisible by 5 because 2 can't go into all 3. 10 divided by 5 is 2, and then we still have the x squared, plus 50 divided by 5 is 10, we still have that x, minus 25. Now we look around, 2 and 10 have numbers in common as well as x's, but 25 is alone, so therefore we cannot go any further. So I look here, I've got my number outside my parentheses and my number inside my parentheses. So we can go ahead and rewrite this as 5 times the quantity 2x squared plus 10x minus 25. And that is my completed answer. One more example we got for you. We got 9a to the 5th minus 27a to the 4th minus 63a squared. So we go ahead and draw in our boxes. And I know that all 3 of these have a 3 in common. So when I divide 9 by 3, I get 3a to the 5th minus 27 divided by 3 is 9. We have a to the 4th minus 63 divided by 3 is 21a squared. I see that all three of these are still divisible by 3. And I divide out the 3, I get a to the 5th minus 3a to the 4th minus 7a squared. I no longer have any numbers in common, but this time I happen to have two a's in common. And a to the 5th divided by a squared is a cubed minus 3a squared minus 7. So then I see that I can't divide any more out. I take this and multiply it out. And this is inside my parentheses, giving me a final answer. 3 times 3 is 9, so 9a squared times a cubed minus 3a squared minus 7. Now your job is going to be to complete these two problems for class tomorrow and bring your questions with you.